Welcome back, guys. So right now we need to set up the automation tool we downloaded or we added to our Firefox browser. So let me close all this up. Let me close it up, and this is my Twitter account. So having to add that automation tool to our Firefox, to access it, I have to click on this extensions icon. So I'll click on this, and having to click on this, you'll see the extension I just added, or you click on manage extensions. That is if you have a lot of extensions on your browser already. So I'm going to click on manage extensions, and here you have the super powers for Twitter. Make sure it's enabled. You could disable it and you could enable it, but make sure it's enabled. And having to see that it's enabled, all I want to do now is to set it. So I'm going to click on this dot, then I'm going to click on options. Then here in options, you're going to see how to activate it. You see your activation key and all that. So here we have the settings that we needed. So you could see your permission. Yes, make sure all these are toggled on. But here in the options, we need to set some things before we grow, before we start using the automation tool. So right now you see mass follow, you see pause after follow seconds. So you have to keep it at 5. Yes, 5 will be better. Keep it at 5 seconds so it will not feel like it is a bot that is doing all this. So pause 8 seconds, random between minimum to maximum. So after each follow to prevent aggressive following. So just look at what aggressive following is. So it's going to trigger the Twitter or X system that you are using a bot. So you have to make sure you are not doing that. So this is Twitter's policy, this is X policies, and you have limits. Yes, limits alleviate some of the strain on the behind the scenes part of X and reduce downtime and error pages. For the sake of reliability, we've placed some limits on the account actions below. So the current technical limits for accounts are, so you can only send 500 direct messages in a day, and you can only make 2004 posts in a day. Then changes to account email, so you can only change 4 times per hour, and you're following daily. This is very important, so take a look at this. So the technical follow limits in a day is 400. So when you're using this automation tool, make sure you are not following more than 400. Please note that this is a technical accounts limit only, and there are additional rules prohibiting aggressive following behavior. So you have to prevent aggressive following, and that's what I was trying to do here. So you could actually even take it to like 8 seconds so it doesn't feel like it is a bot. You take it to like 8 to 12 seconds. Yeah, that is perfect for me. So you keep it at 8 to 12 seconds, and you see following account based. Once an account is following 5,000 other accounts, additional follow attempts are limited by account specific ratios. So these are things you need to take note of. Those are the gray areas. And right now I just set the pause after follow, which it should be, you should always pause, because it's an automated tool. It's, if you leave it, it's going to follow people aggressively. But instead of following people aggressively, you're going to increase the seconds of the weight between following one person and following the next person. And that's what I just did. So 8 seconds to 12 seconds, which 8 will be the minimum and 12 will be the maximum. So pause after skip, you could leave this actually. So you could pause S seconds, random between after each skip, leave this feed empty to skip without pausing. Yes, so just say skip without pausing. Okay, so let's leave it at empty. So we'll keep it empty, and the limits you can follow in a day is 400 according to what I read in this policy, in this Twitter policy. So instead of going 400, just to not be noticeable, just make it like 300 will be better instead of 400. So your limit should be 300 actually. So with a free version, you can only follow a maximum of 550 at a time. So make sure when you're following a maximum of 50 at a time, you can only follow like maybe 4 times or 6 times. So because we are using the free version, so your daily limits, the extension will stop following when the daily limits. Yes, so you set your daily limit. Our daily limit is 300, of course. So let's set that. Yes, and skip followed. So skip already once followed profile. Yes, make sure this is turned on. You have to skip already followed profile so that you don't repeat following the same people. So yes, we're going to skip that. Profile image is required. Yes, don't follow accounts that don't have profile image. So let's say profile image is required. Yes, follow only profiles with a custom profile image, which is very important. And yes, you're going to skip protected accounts that are protected. Skip them. Yes, you don't need them. and protected required. Follow only protected profile. No, just leave this. And skip follower. Skip profiles who already follow you. Yes, do that. Skip followers who already follow you. And if you don't want to, you can leave them. So you skip verified followers. Should you skip verified accounts? No or yes? So I'm going to just leave that. You're not going to skip verified accounts, of course. Bio required. Follow only profiles with a biography. Yes, only profile with a biography means that person has a strong knowledge of Twitter, which is one of the things you want to deal with. So yes, do that right now. So we're going to tick on that. Then the minimum following, following only users with minimum X following. So you have to make sure if you are following, you can follow like let's say minimum of 50. Let's say someone with 50 followers and above. You if someone is below 50, you'll not be able to follow them. So that's what this automation to that's why we are setting it right here. So maximum following, follow only user with maximum X following. Leave this feed empty to set no maximum following. So if you feel like people above 1,000 will not follow you, so just make sure you leave it at follow user with maximum X following. So you could do that as well. You could just leave this blank for now. So minimum followers, follow the user with minimum X follower. Leave this feed empty to set no minimum followers. Yes, so we are going to just leave this that like this. So we have all this. So we are going to leave minimum followers or following ratio. For example, if you only want to follow users with minimum twice as much followers as following, please use two. Just leave all this for now. Leave the ratio for now. So post minutes when Twitter follow limits exceeded, the post limit should be 24 hours. Yes, it should be 24 hours. So Twitter follow limits, you could check the policy on that. So let's see what the policy would be. So the policy is, let's see, it says every account is able to follow up to 400 accounts per day. So every S account can follow up to 5,000 accounts. Once you reach that number, you may need to wait until your account has more followers before you can follow additional accounts. This number is different for each account and is automatically calculated based on your unique ratio. So we can have all this. So basically, let's just come back here and leave. Let's leave the ratio part. Let's leave this post minute when Twitter follow limits exceeded. So let's leave it at like let's say 200 minutes. Yes, 200 minutes is okay. And tweet language whitelist. So you could do that as well. You could blacklist people. You could blacklist a word that you don't want. Once that word is in a bio, you could, for instance, some people don't want feminist on their profile, so you could actually say feminist. Yes, you could just blacklist the word feminist. Yes, that's what I just did. And you could blacklist some type of name. So if you feel like some names you don't want them, you could blacklist them right here. So that is what that is. So bio whitelist, so comma separated list of words. One of the words must appear in the profile bio, so none of these words may appear in the profile bio. So any bio that has feminist, you will not be able to follow them automatically. So that's what it's trying means. So there's mass unfollow, there is mass following. So mass unfollow too has its own. So let's start with that. So yes, 4 is okay to it. 4 is okay to it for unfollowing. So you could see what aggressive unfollowing is as well. Just the same way we have aggressive following, there is aggressive unfollowing as well. So you have to make sure you're not following people aggressively, and you have to see. So the limit is 500 messages sent per day. So let's see, marks of following is just the same as following as well. So let's keep going. So pause after skip, let's leave that right now. So profiles followed less than, yes, so this is if you followed someone in less than 2 days, it will not unfollow the person, but if it's more than 2 days, it's going to unfollow the person. That's what this means. And the limits of your unfollow, just leave this right now. So skip profiles who follow you. Yes, you're going to skip profile who follows you, except you don't want people that have followed you. If you want to skip them, if you don't want to skip them, that means you won't follow them as well. But when someone follows you and you are following them back, you don't need to unfollow them. That's why I check this. So you have to skip profiles who follow you, so you don't unfollow them. That's what it means. And skip verified followers. So if you have verified people that are following you already, so you skip them so that you don't follow them. Or if they are not even following you, you skip them so you don't follow them. That's if you want to skip verified accounts, but I'm not doing that. So max following required, mass followed required. Unfollow only profiles which have been mass followed by this extension. So unfollow only profiles. So you could click on this or not. Then bio blacklist. So following less than So let's just leave all this right now. Marks like, so you could use it to like, but I don't use that. So just leave every other part of these marks on like, just leave every other part of it for now. And here we are. So we've done the basic settings and we'll start using this in our next lesson. So right now that's how to set up this automation tool. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.